We are on the doorstep of the weekend. It is Friday night. We've got the Grand Prix tomorrow. Kids Day and Rookie Run on Sunday. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Felicia and I, good to be with you.
It is on this fabulous Friday. We got our black and our white on because it's race month. Obviously, our whole team, as you'll see, is wearing their black and their white. But of course, weather is what we want to kick this off with.
Yeah, you bet.
Because it's been hot, and it's been extra hot with a little side of hot on the side.
Yes, 80s for several days in a row, and we're not really going to get rid of the heat this weekend, but we have to add storm chances, which I know is a bummer for everyone that's going to go out to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, because we're going to have to work around storms that will be popping up, especially with the heat of the afternoon. Temperatures tomorrow morning, 63, gates open at 7:30. We'll be in the upper 70s, close to 80 noon, and then spend the afternoon in the 80s, but there will be off and on storms during the day tomorrow. A slight storm chance late Sunday, but at this point I think we make it through the Rookie Run and Kids Day dry with, again, temperatures in the low 80s. Future Track 13 really the best tool as we try to plan our activities, and then the next best tool will be Live Doppler 13 radar during the day tomorrow, as we'll be analyzing when the storms develop and then where they go next. Good thing to have if you're going to be on the go. This is early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're in the clear. We start to get the heat of the afternoon. That's when we start to see a few storms popping up. That's midday. Going to stop it at 3 o'clock. Remember, the green flag drops at 3:45. This is very much a summertime pattern where we're just kind of be at the mercy of where these storms decide to pop up. But if this actually verifies, there will be a window here to get the Grand Prix in tomorrow afternoon, early evening, set to start at 3:45. If you are headed to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I would take the rain gear. I don't think you need it all day, but definitely need to be prepared. And that Live Doppler 13 weather app is also a great idea if you're on the go. All of this daylight driven, so they'll fall apart, and then once we get the heat of Sunday afternoon, may fire back up. We'll have to be on the lookout both Saturday and Sunday because we are under the risk for severe storms both days. Slightly higher risk on Sunday, but I don't think we have as much coverage Sunday afternoon. Maybe a handful on Sunday, a couple of handfuls of storms tomorrow. So, you know, there always seems to be a window of opportunity, as we like to say out there at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, to get stuff in. It just might not be as great as it was today. And boy, oh boy, it was great today.
Yeah, it sure was. Lots of sunshine out there.
Lots of sunshine.
Let us be prepared. Better safe than sorry.
Just take the rain gear, and there are lots of places to get in if you don't want to sit in the rain, or if you get under a downpour. You pop in the museum, or, you know, get under the grandstand. You'll be fine. You won't melt, I promise.
Let us know where you're watching tonight. We'll give you a shout out over the next 10 to 15 minutes. Coming up, Dave Calabro will be talking to Will Power, who will sit on the pole for the Grand Prix tomorrow. And we've got Tanya joining us tonight, Carol from Terre Haute, or at least saying there's a window over Terre Haute.
See, there always is. I'm with you, Carol.
Fulton's with us, Joyce from Versailles, Teresa's saying maybe some cooling off tomorrow. Mike Lively saying TGIF Channel 13, which is good. We've got Todd with us, Tammy, Teresa, good to see you, and Amy. So we've got lots of folks joining us here at 10 o'clock. Hey, look who's here.
Yay.
Friend of the show, Lauren Costa.
I haven't seen you guys in a while.
I
know.
We're going to show her dogs, Milo and Murphy, in a moment. But before we get to that, we do have this important story, because it seems like a lot of people have been talking about this baby formula shortage.
Exactly. If you've been to the stores recently, gone down that aisle, the shelves are just empty. You know, it's so hard to find them, and some moms and some parents really rely on this. So currently, the country, 43% of the formula supply is out of stock. That's a lot, and it keeps getting worse. So I spoke with IU Health Milk Bank, one of the lab people there, and she was explaining, there are so many misconceptions going around social media and online. And so there's actually this homemade recipe, and we have some photos of it to share to kind of give it an example. And she says, please, please do not use these. There's a reason why FDA looks over the formula that goes on our shelves. And the issue is that there's not enough nutrition in these recipes. And so,
it looks legit.
Right? It does. And people are sharing, being like, oh, we use these for years, and The issue is that it really will do more harm than good, and your baby could end up in the hospital. So there's a reason why we're talking about this. I know a lot of parents are really desperate. They're looking for solutions, and so we'll have many of those answers, diving into a lot of those misconceptions. And a good suggestion she had was go on those social media pages, go on those groups, those mom groups. Someone might have extra formula that is unopened, that they're not using anymore, that's not expired, or they might have been in a store and been like, hey, this store has some, go check it out. Or I just saw one recently. She was giving some away. She didn't need any, and she was like, it's free. I'm not charging anyone,
Wow.
And so I think that's really a great suggestion. Well, you're on the hunt for it. It's scary. Yeah.
Absolutely.
One of the other angles we're going to take a look at tonight at 11, there's some people that are just saying, well, why not just breastfeed?
Yeah.
So we're going to take a look at that angle tonight, all part of our big story tonight at 11 o'clock. So how are your dogs doing?
They're lovely. They are enjoying this weather.
Oh,
Let me
so
tell you,
nice.
they are so happy. We have some video of them, and I wanted to do this right before the weekend. So this is how Milo and Murphy spend their weekend. They go to Bricks in Broad Ripple, and they get Pup Cup.
I love the Pup
And
Cup.
it's whipped cream, and they have some peanut butter drizzle they put on top.
My.
It's very
Nice.
fancy. And then we go to the dog park.
Oh,
This is the Broad
Milo.
Ripple Dog Park.
Wow. How
Milo
do they play? They play well with others?
love playing. Milo is a social butterfly. Murphy's a little, a little shy sometimes.
There's Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there he is being shy.
And he's always like, oh, what's going on? But Murphy loves playing with the ball. That is his go-to. But I'm sure this weekend, when it's not raining, the Broad Ripple Dog Park is going to be very, very busy. And we will definitely be there because we're going to have to wear them out. This is how
Right.
we get them to fall asleep.
Yeah. Wow, he fetches really well.
He could catch it in the air. Milo just likes playing tug of war and keep away.
know,
That's his
annoying.
game. I know. And I'm
I
like, I'm
hate
not
that
going to chase
game.
after you. But they're doing well. And Milo's doing, except for the Pup Cup, he's doing very well with his diet. He is
You coming
losing.
back to work.
During the
And-
pandemic,
yeah.
he was putting on a few
Yeah.
Well,
well-being
it's
essays,
too
right?
many treats
Like
during
a
the
lo-
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, but I always give him a treat when I come home, and I say, we missed you, and I tell him. But, he's doing great with his diet. So, in case anyone's following.
Chewy's too small for a dog park, so I've never been to a dog park.
really?
But I'm surprised they know their own toy.
They're really good at it. Well, no, not those toys. Everyone shares. It's a sharing environment.
The ball and
Yes.
the little yellow ring.
It all stays at the dog park, and the dogs learn to share. And then in the summer, they set up big pools for them to splash in.
No way.
That's fun.
So yeah.
I will not be getting a big dog just to go to the dog park, but I think it's very fun.
You can always take my dogs and come visit.
Yeah,
if you
I
want.
could take them on a little babysitting road trip.
Yeah.
Your
Dog
dogs
sitting.
have social media accounts. Have they been
do.
recognized out on the streets? Are
They
they taking
have.
photos with
I think it was the farmers market last year, the Broad Ripple Farmers Market. I think it was Wes. And I was grabbing
so
something,
funny.
and he's like, Milo, Murphy? And I was like, yeah, that's him. And he's like, and I was like, I'm here too. Like, I'm here.
That's so funny.
But yeah, they're good dogs.
That's
They are.
cute. Well, hang around because we do want to talk a little bit more about the Grand Prix. Will Power back on the pole for tomorrow's race, and our Dave Calabro spoke with Will.
Hi, everybody. Here he is, the man who continues to dominate the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. Will Power, congratulations, brother.
Thank
Getting
you.
your 64th career pole, first off. I mean, that's just remarkable.
Yeah, that's a lot of poles. I would never have thought that over my career, but driving for a team like Penske has allowed me to have a car week in, week out that can challenge for pole and challenge for win. So really fortunate in that respect.
Fifth time you win the pole position for this event. It's still special.
It is, man. Like more so these days. Anytime you get a pole these days, you've done a fantastic job because it's so hard. You don't see anyone dominating in qualifying these days because look at it. Look in practice. 6 tenths covered 23 cars.
Yeah, this field is so tight. It's going to be a fascinating race on Friday or Saturday. Tell me the key to this race. It's all about track position.
It is definitely a track position race, although tire selection is pretty important. But yeah, I mean, you gotta have a clean race strategy-wise. Maybe weather will play a part. Who knows how it's going to end up.
All right, well, thanks for the time. Go get another win. Will Power chasing his 4th win of this big event. The guy's been dominating. We have more coverage for right here on Channel 13 and our website, WTHR.com. I'm Dave Calabro.
Yeah, there's something about Will Power and that road course. They just, he knows it very well. And as Dave says, going after his 4th there. So we'll see.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. This is going to be an exciting 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Next couple of weeks.
For sure.
I was going to say, are you excited?
I am. I'm also learning so much, just, A, being in this position at this station, but also it's just so much to learn. I mean, just with the culture and everything. And so I already have a timer set for Saturday so I could tune into the Grand Prix.
Nice.
Because it's just so much, again, happening.
Right. And the race goes off at 3:45. And what do you think, weather at that point?
I think at this point we get it in. Will there be some storms in the area? Yes, but at this point not a washout. We're very much in a summertime pattern, and they're going to be pop-up showers and thunderstorms with the heat of the day. So just take us along with you. They'll be monitoring live Doppler 13 radar out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we'll let you know. And oftentimes, if there's stuff approaching, they will put it on the big screens, just to let you know, just in case you don't have the app. But the app is great, especially for any outdoor event. And you mentioned tuning in for the race. Remember, there's the special too.
Yeah. 2 o'clock.
Yes.
The club.
The club, I think, honoring the
four-time winners. Right. Yeah, that'll be here on Channel 13 tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That'd be fun.
I was going to say,
you can learn a lot there for
Good
sure.
knowledge there.
So set that alarm for 2.
I'm on it. No one worry. I'm on it.
And just want to say goodbye to a few people. Jim joining us tonight. Glenn saying good evening, Dave Calabro. Fulton with us. Sharon with us saying have a great weekend. Teresa. So we've got a lot of folks joining us tonight. We always want to thank you for tuning in at 10 o'clock, particularly here on a Friday night. Invite you to join us tonight on 13 News at 11 over on 13. Good night.